Alrighty, we're live.
Hi guys, I'm standing in the latest pasture move. I gave them a big area. Everything behind me was full, well, there's tall grass, but it's filled with tall weeds. And start a few years ago, had some flood. We had a whole lot of silt wash in, and the spots came up with a lot of weeds and had bare spots. Even this year, even though it came in thick, there was lots of tall weeds, and there wasn't much litter on the ground. But between the weeds and the grass that had come up, there's a very nice thick mulch layer down, and that's going to give a lot of benefits in the future.
Friends, he's talking about the 2019 flooding. We probably gained 12 inches to 18 inches of soil in here. Silt, like he said, that washed in here and deposited over all this. Sound about right? Yes?
Yeah.
I can't tell if he's agreeing with me or not, friends. Anyway, we've got some helpers tonight. I'll show this area. It's all this material on the ground. I really haven't been in here. Christopher said there were a lot of bare spots still. Now these bare spots were different than what we normally have for bare spots down the hilltop or something, because this was material that was deposited and it's still healing up, but we're really thick. So personally, I'd probably prefer they ate a little bit more of it, but Christopher's happy and he's right. It'll be good. It'll provide a good sponge. The other thing that happens in here is we have flooded repeatedly, and when that flood water comes through, it picks up all that small bits, loose bits of pieces of soil, manure, whatever other organic matter, and washes it away. Whereas we have got all this material on the ground, both grass and weeds. It goes clear down there, where the color seems to turn to tan. That's just seed heads. The pasture's very much still green. It's just the brome seed heads on top that are kind of a tan color. But yeah, this whole area collects, has been the area that's collected a lot of material, and now it's really healed up. So, if you'll recall, that's sort of how the Nile River Delta and the Mississippi River Delta maintained their fertility traditionally, was all the silt washing in from the continent above it in both cases, spreading out in the river delta, and then the farmers in both places had come along and grow in it. Well, with the dams and the water control, that doesn't really happen anymore. If we got anybody farming in either one of those watching the video, please speak up and say something in the comment section to give you an idea what the area looked like before we came into the grazing, knocked everything down. There's just a small patch of it left. It kind of runs along. That's, see if I can get up. Kind of looks like I see a river of weeds winding through the grass. Well, that follows the creek. So you can tell exactly where the creek bed is. And like I said, when it decides to flood, the whole area is creek bed. And it carries a little bit right in a line practically with a change in material, vegetation, grass types. This stuff laid down, same stuff right here. You see that? That material is just about like straw. One nice thing about it, it's still attached to the ground with the roots, so that'll help stay put. If we do flood this year, it'll stay put, and like I said, it'll collect material. And any erosion we have above us, and even from our own farm, we don't have much, but there's a couple spots we're still working on. But anyway, it'll all collect in here. Erosion from farms above us, well, we'll collect the best of their soil too. Alrighty, friends, I'm going to show you Christopher's helpers. They followed us. Little kitties can get lost in big tall grass.
Yup.
Sorry, I've not been watching both cameras, friends. Alrighty, friends, we're going to walk in. Everybody have a great night, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.